West Palm Beach, Florida. It's showtime late in spring training, flipping the usual morning doldrums into a shine session. Juan Soto and Victor Robles, getting assembled at their adjacent lockers, match up well as a pair. Soto broad and beefy despite being 20 years old, Robles lean and coiled at 22. They have a magazine cover shoot coming up just beyond the exit at the clubhouse. While their teammates sleepily look at their phones, Robles pulls his solid Red Sox high and Soto adjusts his game pants which run to his ankles with a break tailored just so, like suit pants over dress shoes. Both have body-hugging white long sleeves underneath. Dominican Republic runs down the right arm for Soto. His home country's flag adorns the left arm. Robles has the same words and emblems, they're just on opposite sleeves. The duo is late, slightly. Once they head into the sun, Soto will sit on a stool smiling, Robles standing with a bat in hand and an arm on Soto's shoulder. Robles' red batting gloves match his high socks. Soto's white batting gloves pair with the rest of his gleaming getup. Cracks of sound from the batting cage set an audio backdrop to the shoot, everything going so well, then an unexpected flash sends Robles reeling and Soto laughing. Spending 6 weeks in West Palm Beach together was an end and beginning for Soto and Robles. They went through Major League camp for the first time, which seemed odd considering their level of recognition. Soto is in year 2 following a rocket ride from Single-A Potomac to a second-place finish in National League Rookie of the Year voting. Robles' elbow injury cleared Soto's path. Now healthy, Robles will start in center field next to Soto when the Nationals run out behind Max Scherzer on Thursday. No other starting position players on opening day are slated to be in Washington longer. This season marks the launch of a new era for the Nationals, one in which a pair of young Latin players are taking first steps to being franchise faces. Soto joined the crowd in front of the clubhouse's central flat screen. An NCAA tournament game filled the screen and pulled attention from the nothingness otherwise populating the room. Asked if he filled out a bracket, Soto says no. However, he has a declaration to make: my team is Minnesota. This catches the attention of Jake Knoll, who was in the minor leagues with Soto during his brief time in the lower ranks. Have you ever been to Minnesota? Not last year. This year we go. Soto is right. The Nationals have a 3-game series set. 10-12 in Minnesota, something presumably only the team's vice president of clubhouse operations and team travel, Rob McDonald, would know off the cuff. Further investigation suggests Soto may not know what precisely is happening in the tournament, but is smart enough to lay claim to the team which won the opening game, his allegiance presumably weathered in the second round along with the Golden Gophers. Knoll first came across Soto when the latter showed up to the Gulf Coast League. Knoll was a 7th-round pick out of Florida Gulf Coast. Soto was 17 years old then and immediately began bombing away in batting practice. Knoll thought to himself he had seen several players show out in BP, though none like this, but then crumble on the field. Soto went 4 for 4 the first day. Knoll figured his professional career was in deep trouble. I'm thinking in my head, if that's down here in the GCL, what is up there in the big leagues? Knoll said. There's no way I've got a chance in this game. He soon realized Soto is an outlier, as did Nationals general manager Mike Rizzo. Despite Soto's age and low level of experience, Rizzo pulled Soto to the big leagues early in the season, surprising even his own staff. Soto's bull-legged gait and play discipline arrived at Nationals Park on May 19. A stunning season followed, leaving a simple question: what now? Off-speed pitches, for one. As pointed out in a recent Fangraphs article, no one hit fastballs better than Soto, .489 WOBA, last season. He also had trouble against non-fastballs, 163rd out of 227 in WOBA. This is not quite an aha moment for pitchers. Why? Trouble for them is Soto doesn't often swing at off-speed pitches out of the strike zone, which is where pitchers try to throw those selections. and trying to throw off speed pitches for strikes often leads to a less effective pitch, giving Soto the advantage back. This is the problem, though it won't dissuade the hunt for answers. It goes for every young player. Max Scherzer said, "I went through it. You see it firsthand. Try to find every little thing that you do that they can expose you on. And he is not going to be any different. If anything, the bullseye is even bigger on his back. They're going to be looking to try to do everything they can to combat what he did last year. So, it will be interesting to watch that from the side to see. I have an idea what I think the pitchers should do. It will be interesting to see what they do." Soto also has another new topic to deal with: fame. He stopped to sign autographs and pose for pictures with just a chain-link fence separating him and fans in West Palm Beach. According to Robles, Scherzer and Ryan Zimmerman, the sudden jolt of recognition has not swelled Soto's head. He seems amused by it all. "Some people out there, people who watch baseball and like baseball, they go next to me and say, 'Hey, somebody tell you you look like Juan Soto?'" Soto told NBC Sports Washington with a laugh. "I say yes, I am. Not much people know me yet in the Dominican. But here, everywhere I go, they do. I like that." Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Center on Robles' chest is a diamond-ringed emblem that reads, "God First." He's out to talk with all the Washington television stations in West Palm Beach for spring training interviews. Last year was supposed to be his opportunity in the Major League following a flash-filled 2017 September call-up. A dive April 10th hyperextended his elbow and squelched much of his season, kicking fate to look in Soto's direction. For everything known now about Soto, less is known about Robles. He still lives at the top of prospect lists. He remains fast, engaging and tantalizing. Robles' rawness shows in both directions. At times it's clear when he takes steps in on fly balls. Then again when his speed allowed him to fix the mistake on the way to a catch. He'll hit ninth most of the time. Manager Davey Martinez argues the mid-game alignment of Robles' Adam Eaton Trey Turner is a potent, option-filled one. A lot of speed bookends some speed in that setup. So, in the pursuit of further knowledge, what can we find out about Victor Robles, human being? A simple question for him: tell us something we don't know about you. Maybe not so simple. It sounds very easy when you ask the question. In reality it's very difficult. Robles said through interpreter Octavio Martinez. It catches you off guard and you don't know how to answer. If I can say anything, it's that I love kids. I like to be around kids and I embrace them. That's one thing I do enjoy. There's something. Kids. Robles loves hanging around the kids. How about outside baseball? Hidden talents? Hobbies? Singer? Plant grower? Chef? Yeah? No. Robles said, "Unfortunately, I don't have anything to tell you on that end. Since I was a little kid and introduced to baseball, I loved baseball and that's the love of my heart. That's what I was born to do." He spent last summer playing until he was hurt, played through the fall, then played in the winter for Aguila Civinas of the Dominican League before arriving at spring training to play some more. Michael A. Taylor's sprained knee and hip assured Robles would start in center field, though his spring play mostly clarified that prior. Just shy of 22 years old, he's a starter in the big leagues now with his countrymen stationed to his right and open track ahead. Baseball all the time, indeed. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Robles and Soto are not in the district as resurrectors, rather they are supplemental pieces of an ongoing process. They say pressure is limited. Rizzo constructed the roster to make that the case. Davey's motto is just be you. Rizzo said, "Do what you can do. Don't try to overdo things. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. If the completion of our roster does what they're supposed to do, those guys will be a comfortable part of it. They don't have to overburden themselves with carrying too big of a load. They're both uber-talented players that have great makeup. I think both of them can handle the pressure of being an impact player on a championship caliber club like we are, and, again, it bodes well for the type of person that we signed and the type of player we put through the system. And, it's not just the DMV keeping an eye on the two. Soto's name may not resonate yet through the Dominican Republic. Robles may still be an on-the-cusp player as opposed to a commodity. But home is home, a baseball-mad republic always delivering native sons to the major leagues and, at times, to Cooperstown, NY. Baseball is the #1 sport in our country. Robles said, "We've had a lot of big leaguers come out of there. Some became Hall of Famers. It's a very important sport in our country. As to myself and Juan and playing in the outfield, our country is definitely going to support us and embrace us and look forward to seeing us out there." So, Robles and Soto are a little bit Washington, a lot Dominican Republic, and set to influence a full national season together for the first time. Thursday, one will jog out with high socks, the other his pants cuffed just so, before they line up with the other major leaguers. Despite just 42 total years on the planet, their immediate and long-term future in front of them in the Nationals. More Nationals news.